section of Anaheim, and I'm joined with my fellow co-host.
Hi everyone, my name is Jaden. I'll be hosting along with Andrew today.
So for today is May 25th. It's a Saturday here in this part of the world, May 25, 2024, and it is a very cloudy 60 degrees. It's still spring here. We're waiting for the summertime weather, and hopefully we can enjoy this broadcast here today. So for our intro, for our program here today, we will always do the reading of comments, greetings, and shout outs. So please always comment down below in our live chat. And we will also do our main discussion with our featured guest here today, and also a very cool on-air activity where we'll be utilizing the featured guests' products. So that should be very fun. But before we delve into our main discussion, we did want to introduce our lovely guest here for today. Sister, can you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Rosette Dawson. I'm the owner of Biko Biko Sweet Scents. It's soy candles with Filipino flair.
All right, for sure. So, Biko Biko Sense is the founder. You're the founder, and you're the owner. Can I just ask what inspired you to start this book?
Yes, so I had a lot of reasons for starting a business, and I'll just give you the top three. First, I was getting tired of the corporate grind, and I was needing some change. Second, I'm turning 55 this year, and last year when I started the business, I was sick for a little bit, not too serious, but I was sidelined for a little bit. And I got to thinking, man, I think I have a limited time and I have this long bucket list. And I was needing that freedom and flexibility to get to that list. And thirdly, I wanted to give entrepreneurship another shot. Many years ago in the early 2000s, I started a boba shop, and boba wasn't a big thing back then, you know. Not like today where you walk down the street and you can buy boba.
Right.
But that was an epic fail, as young people would say today. And I wanted some redemption. I wanted to start a business that I can make a success.
That's right.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I would have loved to try your boba.
Oh yeah,
all of us would have loved to try
Where
it.
were
Where
you guys?
was I? I don't know. Maybe I was
You were a baby probably.
a baby. I still would have had it. All right. So we would like to ask you another question, Miss Rosette. Can you share your journey of how you got started? Because you did say that you started with another business. So to start up this brand new one, what was that like?
Yeah, so I've always loved candles. I was a fan of this. It's still around. It's a popular store that they sell bath and body products, and when they had like a clearance sale, I would be the first one to go and stock up on these candles. But as I burned them, I realized I would develop this like weird dark film on the walls. It would have like a soot, and also I was thinking, gosh, that can't be good. If that's doing that to my walls, what is that doing to the air quality of my home, right? And I also was thinking, the scents are always kind of the same, like the same kind of vanilla. It's a variation of vanilla or lavender or eucalyptus. So it was getting boring. And so when I decided to start a business last year, I got to thinking, I think there is a gap that I can fill because in my wish list, I wanted like a clean burning candle. I wanted scents that are, kind of represent like a different portion of, our community, kind of speaks to more resonate with our heritage and our cultural background. And so after I decided that, I said, I'm gonna, I watched a lot of YouTube videos on candle making. I did a lot of research, and I did a lot of testing. Like I burned a lot of wax. I tried a lot of vessels, and after that, Biko Biko was born.
Wow. So a
right.
lot of trial
Yeah.
and error. I feel
Yeah.
like a lot of businesses start that way with
Yeah.
a problem and this business is the solution. So that's
Yeah.
amazing. Could you tell us a little bit more about Biko Biko Sweet Sense? What is the meaning behind the name?
So Biko, as you might not know, it's one of our quintessential Filipino desserts, right? It's made out of sticky rice and coconut and sugar,
Mhm.
and but in different parts of Asia, it's kind of the same recipe, but it's in different forms. Um, and I thought that represented, what I was trying to bring out I wanted to share, to kind of represent the product. And then I just added another Biko to make it fun because it's fun to say Biko Biko,
Right.
and kind of captures the playfulness of the brand and also how unique it is.
Right.
Okay. Can I just ask as well? I know you told us you were launching YouTube videos or you were burning a lot of candles. When you were testing, maybe more generally, what was the timeline like? When did you start, and then
Oh.
when did you start? When did you have this idea, and
Yeah.
then the experiment? Like, how long did that take you? And then when
Yeah.
was your first product released?
It took a couple of months. Candles, inherently, I'm trying to bring a product into your home that you light a fire,
Uh-huh.
essentially. So I
Right.
had to make sure it's completely safe,
Mhm.
right? So maybe it took about 6 to 8 months for me to, from conception to bringing it to market. It's about that time, and I've officially launched it in July
July of
of 2023.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a
Congratulations.
baby. It's
Oh.
fairly new.
Where
I'm
can
still
we-
growing it.
Where can we find your business? Like if our viewers want to go ahead and support your business, where can we purchase your candles or read more about it?
Right. So I'm on Etsy. I'm using that platform because it's known for handmade goods. And I'm also doing pop-up markets around the community. So mostly in Orange County, and I'm also on Instagram. Please follow me. Shameless plug.
What's the at?
It's at Biko Biko Sweet Sense.
All right, let's
Yeah.
go ahead and follow at Biko Biko Sweet Sense.
So sweet sense. And I also wanted to ask as well. I know it took you 6 to 8 months, but were there any specific challenges that you faced when I know you mentioned that you wanted it to be safe for everyone because you're essentially lighting a fire in a safe manner. Is there
Yeah.
any particular problem that you faced, maybe with like getting the ingredients or with the packaging, something along those lines?
Yeah, so it's very hard to source things,
Mm.
and also I'm trying to control my costs because I'm in the early stages, so I couldn't go crazy on just buying everything. I have to be very thoughtful and measured on how I'm proceeding. But I think for me the biggest challenge really is going to these markets because I'd like to call myself a recovering introvert, and I'm very shy. So the first time I was approached to do this program, my initial reaction was like, no, hide under the covers. But I think every time I do these markets, I get a little better. I stretch myself and um, not be so awkward every time I engage with customers. So
Well, I'm glad you're on board with our program here today, Flo.
I think.
And we also wanted to ask as well, with the challenges that you faced, and maybe you can speak to more about, the sacrifices that you do every day now as a current business owner. Well, how much time do you dedicate to your business every week?
Yeah, so it's hard to quantify how much time I spend, from just making physically the candles to doing other things like making content for my social media or thinking up of campaigns to, broader to reach a broader audience. I saw this post recently. Um, they said, they quit their 40-hour a week job to start their dream business and spend 80 hours on it. So I think that kind of sums up, how much time and effort you put into starting up a business.
Is that something that you had to do as well? Was that something that you gave up as well? Most of your, uh, I guess, your job to pursue this business?
I did, and there are days I'm not gonna lie, where I said, well, or I say, man, why did I quit? But I'm glad I'm in this journey.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's led to something even more amazing and beautiful.
Oh, thanks.
Well, I do have another question for you. So since you are a business owner, basically your own CEO,
Mhm.
do you have anyone else that you work with? Is there anyone helping you along the way? Or do you do pretty much everything on your own? Like I know you have a website, you have to manage the Etsy, you have to actually create the product packaging. Do you do all of this on your own?
Yes, I am a one-woman shop.
Wow.
I do everything. But I have to, give a shout out to my husband. I call him my muscle. So so when we go to the markets, he helps me set up and gives me like a moral support.
Yes,
Nice.
that is
He
good.
must be very, very proud of you.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks.
And in just a little bit, we'll be showcasing the products that you have made yourself, right? As a one woman shop, of course. And I wanted to ask, were there? I know you just said it's a baby and it's a fairly new endeavor that you've taken up. But were there any favorite memories or moments that you've had so far?
Yeah, when I go to the markets and someone picks up a candle and it triggers something, when they smell it and then they start laughing or smiling, and I realize, oh, I transported them somewhere special and mission
Mhm.
accomplished.
Oh.
And recently I did go back to the Philippines and I brought home a taho candle. And
Wow.
I encountered a taho vendor and I told him, smell this. And he's like, wow, smells like taho. So that's like a stamp of approval I'm very proud of.
Wow.
Yes.
I think we have an image of that to show later on.
Yes.
Um, and also, I feel like with your candles, not only do you bring warmth physically with the fire burning, but also warmth in people's hearts. And I think that's one of the most beautiful things that you can accomplish as a business owner. Do you have any lessons or advice? This will be our last question. Any advice you'd like to give to anyone hoping to start up their own small business?
Yeah, I think most important thing is embrace failure as a learning experience. I know it's hard, it's easier said than done, and it sucks. It hurts, right? But it's unavoidable, but it's not a dead end. You just have to keep moving forward and learn from these missteps. Give yourself a lot of grace, um, and just keep going.
Wow, thank you
Wonderful
so
lesson.
much.
And fortunately, I know we were mentioning our, taho scented candles and other. I'm sure there are other scents as well. I think now is a good time to transition over to our our showcase set where we can see the products that you've made and really take a closer look, smell,
Smell,
closer
smell.
a closer
I like
smell
that.
at your products. All right, let's go ahead and move over then to our new set. Hello, welcome back to our new showcase set. So we're back. This is the Biko Biko Sense, right? And we are so proud and happy and very privileged to really, get a chance to showcase all of these wonderful scents. But before we do so, we do have a couple of shout outs that we want to give from our live chat. Shout out to Ka Melody, Ka Melody the Joss, Ka Andy and his family, Ka Andy Nicholas, our CFO overseer here in the District of Orange County, California. And Sister Jaden, do you want to give a shout out to the next one?
Brother Jay Carlos, my father, thank you for supporting. And then also we have Brother Warren Dawson tuning in,
Aw.
Miss Rosette's husband, very
Aw.
supportive all throughout. And again, we are so thankful that you're able to bring us so much to feature. Very generous with how much you gave us. I mean, look at these adorable little bags that everything comes in. It just looks so. I can't believe this is just one woman's work. Like,
Oh, I didn't weave the bags.
oh no! I mean like everything. I mean the tying of the bows adds a little cute kick
Thank
to
you.
it. Even the packaging of these candles, if you could look at that, these are really nice and they look
Yeah.
like they could be sold at a real like, candle shop.
Yeah, and can we just ask before we go on to our honor activity, what was the thought process like for packaging all of these? And I know like where did we get bags like this, or where did
Yeah.
we get the the lids and
Right. So, of course, these are, Filipino Asian inspired scents. And, what better way to amplify the brand than by using these hand woven bags that kind of showcases the rich weaving tradition of Filipinos. So,
Right.
so I did get source this from the Philippines.
All
These
right.
little
Wow.
bayongs. Yeah.
Well, without further ado, Sister Jaden, would you like to lead us in choosing one?
Yes, so we're
Choosing
gonna
one
just try to
and-
guess which candle it is. I kind of took a little peek see at all of her candles on her website, so I might be able to guess a couple just based
Yeah.
off the scent.
I
So
think
I'm
we can
gonna
just
go
grab
ahead.
the lid and then
Right, we're just gonna start with this one. We don't want to see what the name is. We're just gonna take the lid off
it
and
has a cyan bow. Maybe that's a clue. Or I don't know.
okay. I'm just trying to breathe. I need to get a really good smell to get it.
Yeah. I wish there was like a
Yeah.
sniff app.
I
that
hope
we
our
can smell.
audience can sniff
It's-
this as
I
well.
would say it has very chocolatey flavors. So our audience can actually
Ooh.
help us in guessing. So kind of try to assume it's going to be a Filipino food or dessert, because that's what it's more catered towards.
Yeah.
So very chocolatey, very warm, very nostalgic smell for me. I've had this dish before, I believe. I think it might be the chocolate champorado, which is like a rice porridge with chocolate. So let's see. And all right, so I was close. It's named hot chocolate, but yes, it is chocolate rice champorado.
Wow.
So yes,
Yay.
all right. So I got that one right. Let's see, brother Andrew, go ahead
I
and
don't think I'm gonna get it right. I'm gonna choose my favorite color, blue. I know it's all the way across the here. I'm going to choose this one. And meanwhile, in our live chat, if you want to mention your favorite scents in candles, feel free to do so. All right, here it is. Nervous. It's really sweet, and the first thing that it reminds me of is because I love sweet things. I love mango, and it's right. It smells like mango.
Smells
Can
like-
you can you verify?
yes, it does smell like
Yeah.
mango.
See, okay. I hope that I get it right. I'm locking it in. I'm locking in my guess that it's mango scented. I hope it is mango. So
What's the name of the candle?
the name of the candle is Gogo Mango, and it has a really cute mango on it.
Yeah, I love the little
So,
characters. I love the little
Yeah, and
characters.
I hope that you also designed all of these.
Yes.
As well.
Yeah. I love
So
puns. So
Aw.
I use puns in all my.
Oh, I just realized
Yes.
Gogo Mango.
A lot of her scents actually do have very creative names, like wordplay. So
Mhm.
that's amazing. And everyone, please be sure to comment in our live chat for a chance to win one of our giveaway candles
Yes.
so that you can experience this for yourself at home.
Yeah, and if you want a mango candle, so go ahead and type out your. I wish I could type out in the live chat right now. But
So we can win it, yeah.
Yeah.
So any guesses you have, any scents that you personally love, please go ahead and share. All right. So should we go for the next one?
go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna choose the lavender bow because I love it. All right.
And while Jaden is trying or guessing which scent this is, I want to ask like what inspired you to make Filipino inspired scents in the first place?
Yeah, I think in the candle world is pretty saturated, I
Mhm.
would say. But so I wanted to offer something unique and showcase our unique
Yes.
and
Unique
wonderful flavors
Right.
and scents, right?
Yes. I never
Um,
knew you could taste something that like the desserts, like the champorado, and then you could transport that into
Right.
the other sense, the smelling sense. I just thought it
Yeah.
could.
Yeah. A lot of people say, how did you do that? Did you put chocolate in the candle? No,
Mhm.
I don't put chocolate in the candle. So,
All right,
it's fine.
Jaden, do you have a guess?
I would have to say this smells very warm and sugary.
Okay.
Warm and sugary. I think we mentioned this one earlier. We have a taho candle, so maybe it's the taho candle. Let's see. Oh no.
No.
Okay, I was wrong.
It's
It's
all right.
actually it's it says it's banana caramel turon. I love turon.
Whoa, Turon.
It does. I get where I got that guess from the
'cause it's
warm and
sweet.
sugary. Yes,
Yeah.
like the crust
The
of
caramel.
right banana caramel. I feel you.
I
That's what it's called. That's adorable. All right. Well, I should have picked up on the banana. There was like a very faint.
want to smell it actually.
Yeah,
Because
go for
Turon
it.
is one of my favorites as well. Smells very good. And then we have one more, our pink one. Right, this is pink. I'm not
Mhm.
mistaken.
It's pink.
Our last one, I think we can all maybe give this a shot. Sorry, let me smell it again. Jaden, do you wanna help me out? I can't. Um,
You know what? Actually, I think I know what this is because it smells like something. It smells like how it tastes. So I'm thinking it's again brown sugary. It kind of smells like tiger milk boba if you've ever had that.
okay. Tiger
Do,
milk.
do you smell it now that I put that in your head? Do you kind of smell it?
I smell there's like a tinge of sweetness to it, but it's not too sweet. So I can't. I think I'm just gonna have to go with your guess.
It's like boba, yeah.
Yeah, like boba. Okay, um, let's pull it out and see. It is. Wait, what? My bestie. Bestie.
Yeah.
It's a boba scented candle. So
What flavor tea is that?
It's a milk, just a regular,
Milk tea?
your classic milk tea.
classic
Oh,
milk
okay.
tea. It can't go wrong with a classic milk tea.
Oh my gosh, your candles are gonna make me hungry.
Yeah, but no calories.
Oh right,
Right,
right.
right.
So I can make my whole house smell like this and not gain any calories.
Then I do want to ask our beloved guest. I know you have a lot. You have a plethora of. I know there's others here as well. Just sweet sticky rice. There's a lot here.
Mhm.
Other than the four that we just guessed. But is there any any favorite that you have? Anyone that you want to recommend to like a first time?
Yeah, so these are like my kids. It's hard to pick a favorite. But if I had to pick one, I love the champorado.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just so comforting and kind of it's a blast to your childhood.
Yes.
So that's the one I really like.
Wow.
Yeah.
And which one would you say is your most best-selling one?
I would say the pandesal, just
Oh,
because
really?
it's so unique, and people really just start laughing when they smell it because
Pandesal.
it's smells like fresh out of the
Yeah,
oven.
it is.
Pandesal, like topped with
butter.
star margarine. That's how I would describe it.
How easy was it for you, or how did you manage to transport that smell and that taste into a candle?
That's a trade secret.
Okay, okay.
Like
That's
a
a trick.
KFC recipe.
Maybe she melts all these foods. She melts all these foods and then combines it with wax and boom, candle.
That's
Yes.
right.
And then one last, for me, one last question. I don't know if Sister Jaden or Jaden has any more questions, but when do you typically encourage people to use a candle?
One of the best reviews I ever got, she said she was frying tuyo or
Tuyo.
the dried fish in her house, and then she lighted up. She lit up an ube scented candle, and she said it was gone. The smell was gone. So to me, that was like one of the best reviews I ever got. It's like, oh, mission
Yes.
accomplished.
Well, I mean, I would agree because me personally, I do use scented candles at home. Whenever my mom is cooking up something very smelly,
Yeah.
not smelly in a bad way, like smelly like it has like a strong scent, not smelly. not stinky, but like very strong scented.
Mm,
When we
right.
have something like that lingering in the house, my
Yeah.
mom knows we have guests who are coming over. She lights up all the candles, but it
Yes.
usually they take a few minutes for it to actually overpower the scent of the food. So I would say I need to purchase one of these as soon as possible, so
Or
that
purchase multiple, you know?
Yeah,
'Cause, I
exactly.
don't know how strong you just said it was.
I mean-
I don't know how strong you mentioned. But yeah, and we want to also, before we move on to our next part of our broadcast, we do want to acknowledge those who answered our questions in the live chat. They were able to win one of these candles. So one of them is Marie Galang from the local of Corona. Congratulations.
Congrats.
And also to Sister Lauren May de Mesa from the local of Riverside.
Thank you so much for
Congratulations.
participating.
And I think that kind of wraps up our broadcast.
Right.
We did want to also mention as well, before we move on to our thanks and greetings, that for our CFO updates, we had our May 19 Amplify, our musical EVM. I think it was a very successful. We were a full house, and it was so great seeing everyone as well. And Sister Jaden, before we go, do you have any other thanks that you'd like to give out?
Special thanks to my distant cousin Zed for joining us
Cousin.
today. Yes, third cousin. Thank you so much for sharing everything with us, and thank you again to all of our viewers today and commenters. I hope everyone enjoyed this show and had lots of fun. So let's go ahead and dive into our special thanks before we finish off. We have a special thanks for our brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our executive minister, brother Angelo Iranio Manalo, CFO coordinator and SEPSI CEO, our brother Hansel F. De Dios, our district minister, brother Andres Nicolas Jr., our district CFO overseer, and brother Emmanuel Endaya, our executive producer. Thank you so much. And this is all we have to offer today. Please stay tuned in as we pass it over to INC Radio San Diego.
Thank you.